All right, welcome to lesson number 9 of VP Culture Values Science. And this is where we're going to be focusing on the ultimate value of valuing people. We've come full circle. We're creating cultures based on valuing people, and this is the value that kind of brings them all together. So in the beginning, we were talking about the laws of reality, the gravity, the electrical magnetic force, the weak and the strong nuclear forces. And these are the forces that kind of hold the whole molecular world together in space. And you can't wake up in the morning and go, I don't think I want to do that gravity stuff. They are the forces that hold nature together. And just like these are the forces that hold nature together, there are values that hold cultures and relationships together. These 6 values that we've been discussing are the fiber of the universe of culture. Without them, you can't produce culture. So it's important that you have all of these values. So often I see companies that cherry pick, I'll have a little bit of that and just a taste of that. It doesn't work. You have to have all 6 values in order to create a powerful working culture. Just as we need all the forces of the universe to make it work, we need all of these values to make a culture and leadership work. You need to be a leader that operates in all of these values. So the primary question for trust is, are you a friend or a foe? If we answer this question in the positive, we have trust. If we don't have trust, you might not be an enemy completely, a foe, but someone that is not totally your friend. So there's a bit of a scale here. So the primary question is for trust. Are you a friend or a foe? And that is the basis of whether you're going to have a relationship with other people or not. So trust is the foundational value that we must deploy first. The fundamental question for harmony is, can we do life together? Once you've gotten past trust, the question is, can we do life together? Can we get our lives together? There have been people that I do trust, but we've failed to reach great levels of harmony because we weren't able to figure this out. So it's very important that we can do life together well. And the primary question we have for peace is, do we live together without stress? And the positive was like, do we live together with great feelings of calmness and serenity? So that's what we're looking for. The primary question, do we live together without stress? Wisdom, the primary question here is, do we know how to do life? If you don't know how to do life, you're going to be struggling. So this is the primary question that we have. Primary question we have for nobility is, are we living for self or others? This makes a huge difference as to how you are going to do life, how you're going to do work. Do you live for self or others? Okay, so the primary question for joy is, do we enjoy life together? Are we making a life that we enjoy living together? Because these are the laws of relationship reality. So we talked about how relating together on that bottom tier of calming values, they help us and lead us to peace when we create trust, which is the cornerstone, and then harmony is the working together, and then peace is how we experience that, because we've gotten to a place where I don't experience stress from you, I experience calmness and stress-free environments where I can work together with you. And then we have this environment where we're working together, we experience joy. That whole excitatory realm is where we are producing wisdom and increasing our wisdom, and we're experiencing nobility, where we're creating amazing products and services for others with excellence. And then we're moving on to actual joy, where we and others experience joy from the products and services that we create, and we experience joy in creating them together. So when you have these kind of symptoms of joy and peace in your leadership and in the teams and the cultures that you create, you're creating a VP culture. So, and VP cultures are like currents that we're driven by and moved along, because valuing people draws us into and down that pathway that everybody wants to move down. It's the one thing that motivates all people, because values set the destination of that current. Instead of just saying, hey, we're going to make it to the next rock, we're going to keep on going and keep on producing joy and trust and nobility forever. It's a universal value that everyone needs to embody their whole lives. And so when you keep on doing it, it leads you towards that lifestyle of valuing people. So most people, we talked about, maybe 70% of the world is creating without value. They're just slaving away, doing their thing. But we learned that even every little step is a creational value in this perspective of valuing people. Because those little things, they lead to experiential values that we've been talking about. These 6 experiential values that the little steps, the little creational things create. But we're not stopping there. We're going on to invest time and training in these skills to develop these values so that we can create valuing people as the ultimate value. It connects all of these together and unifies us into one direction that all these values are really moving us towards, is valuing people. So we go from the small things that we do every day to the big picture of valuing people. That's what motivates us and moves our cultures forward. It causes the teams and the individuals and the communities to sort of continuously orbit around the perspective of valuing people, because we've been exploring all 3 of these methodologies of creating that powerful VP culture, that current that moves people around. So we've talked about personality science and emotional science and value science is what we're wrapping up now. So it's all about valuing people. I just want to draw your focus back to that underlying point. And this ultimate value is just that. It's about valuing people, because we are all hardwired to move towards valuing people. That's what the science that we've been talking about has been teaching us, that the valuing people idea is the core.